Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to scrimp, scavenge, and slowly descend into madness as I struggle to keep my family safe and alive in an apocalyptic wasteland in Sheltered. What is Sheltered, Pete, you ask? Well, it is a survival strategy RPG game from Unicube and Team 17. Team 17, of course, the publishers behind the Worms franchise, so, they got a little bit of clout, a little bit of sort of indie cred, if you will. And in Sheltered, the player is tasked with gathering and managing the supplies necessary to keep his or her family alive in the radiation blaster desert that the world has become following a total nuclear exchange. So, the best possible place to raise a family. Right after the aftermath of a world-shattering nuclear annihilation. Yeah, it's just like, I was talking to my wife, and I was like, that's really the perfect place to start a family. We should really start trying, honey. Yeah. Now, there is a little difference between Sheltered and your average apocalyptic survival game in that this is more of a management game, and it has a very heavy emphasis on sort of the emotional impact of your decisions. It's very much like This War of Mine in 60 Seconds Had a Baby that actually cares about its family rather than sends them out to die so they can go back to conversing with a sock puppet over the corpse of its dead wife, and then bludgeon an elderly couple for a tin of corned beef and some cigarettes. Because that's what the baby of This War of Mine in 60 Seconds would actually do. This is more of like that baby, but with a heart. It's maybe a little more grown up, if you will. I mean, I'm going to take it to the most juvenile place possible because that's just how I roll, but it is a little more highbrow, I think. Or at least that's what they're shooting for. Haven't really played much Shelter. I'm only about half an hour in, and most of that was to just sort of get a feel for the controls. We'll be starting a brand new run from scratch. And if my previous experience with this type of game has taught me anything, it's that the old family is in for a pretty rough ride on this one. There's a reason Perfidious Pete doesn't have kids in the real world, and that's because I am not responsible enough to take care of myself. I mean, if I had kids, I would probably sell them to a traveling freak show in exchange for some magic beans. I make bad life choices. No one should trust me with the health and safety of a child. That's just borderline completely irresponsible. But unlike the circus thing in this game, of course, I actually have to witness the consequences of my stupidity. I can't just wander off and be like, oh, have fun joining the circus, little Billy. Hope it works out. Say hi to the bearded lady for me. Anyway, let's get started. And the first thing we have to do, of course, in Shelter, pick a save slot. Yes, well, the second thing we have to do is actually make our family. And I think since this is a game about a nuclear apocalypse, there's really nothing better we could do than go with sort of the original nuclear family. So, yeah, this is going to be Hugh Beaumont. Oh, it won't fit? What a jip. All right, I guess you'll have to be Ward Cleaver then. All right, well, let's try and get him. Ward was definitely male. You got that going for me. Ward and a wife beater? I'm sorry, Ward would never have been so cavalierly dressed. But clearly Ward doesn't have a choice. It's literally wife beater or nothing. Or are we just adjusting the color? I mean, white shirt, black pants, that's definitely very Ward. I mean, that's the kind of thing he would have worn. Skin color, let's make Ward straight up whiter than the whitest white man because he was goddamn pearly white. It's like he used tooth whitener on his entire body. Hair color, yeah, black seems more Ward-like. What do we do about the head type here? We gotta go with like the most conservative hairstyle we can find. Ward and a beard, I beg to differ. Ward would never have sported anything so crass as a beard. Yeah, it's just sort of your patented kind of average 50s hair. Sweet shades, bro. Nice handlebar mustache. All right, this looks very much sort of cut and dried like Ward. Body type, oh, here we go. Dress shirt with an ammo belt. That's a fantastic look, but not really what we're going for. Sport coat, I kind of like. That's a pretty natty little vest. Oh, here we go. White shirt and tie. I mean, you got to tuck that in, Ward. You can't. Ward Cleaver would never have been that slovenly. I'm just sorry. The man was too neat. Consummate professional. Here we go. This is looking very Ward Cleaver. What are our possible traits? Well, what other legs can we do? Ward Cleaver in shorts? Please. No, we need slacks and dress shoes. We had it right the first time. Yeah, slacks and dress shoes. Sorted. What traits would we give Ward Cleaver? Well, I mean, hygienic, resourceful, a small eater, courageous, a deep sleeper, proactive, hands-on, optimistic. I mean, as Ward seemed, I guess, fairly resourceful fellow. I mean, he supported his wife and 2 kids from, whatever the hell the name of that town was like Beaver Falls or something was the name of the Cleaver family. I can't remember the name of it, but Didn't seem like a town with huge opportunity, and yet Ward, he still had a nice house, family of 4, couple cars. He had it going on. Alright, so how would we describe Ward? Troubled? No, I don't think so. Street smart? Yeah, Ward's about the fucking diametric opposite of that. Logical? Well, he always had good advice for Beaver and Wally. Well-rounded. Was Ward violent? I mean, well, what he and June got up into the bedroom, we'll never know. Did Ward have a good upbringing? Absolutely. Was Ward well-educated? Maybe. He was definitely not athletic. It was not... You know what? I think we'll just go with logical for Ward. This seems respectable. Ward was a logical man. He had a good job, good perception, fairly charismatic. This, yeah, that's good. So Ward Cleaver, family patriarch. All right, now we need a mother figure. Well, this is definitely going to be June Cleaver. June Cleaver, of course, one of my first crushes. Gotta say, I had a thing for June Cleaver long before it was cool. Skin color a bit off for June. I don't mean to say anything. I'm just saying we're going for as much of the Barbara Billingsley look as we can get here. Because, hey, what can I say? June Cleaver, she turns my crank, man. She does. White top. Yeah, June Cleaver almost always wore, like, pale white sort of plain tops. Can we get, like, a skirt here? We could get some sweet cargo pants. No, that's more like yoga pants. None of these really scream June Cleaver to me. I mean, the closest thing it looks like we can do to a skirt is this pair of ragged shorts. Is that really as close as we can get? Oh, all right, it'll have to do, I guess. Let's change the color of that. June usually wore dark slacks. Gonna have to fix her hair color, too. So, bottom color, here we go. Let's do like a grayish top color. Can we get this white, just like pure white? June Cleaver always had an immaculate, fresh-pressed white shirt, concealing those pillowy, lovely breasts of hers. I'm telling you, I get a serious crush on June Cleaver, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. She turns me on, man. You cosplay as June Cleaver, Perfidious Pete, I'm going to make an awkward pass at you. That's going to happen. So, if I see you at a con or something and you're cosplaying June Cleaver, well, one, you're going to be the only person cosplaying June Cleaver ever, and two, if you see me, I'm going to make an awkward pass at you. All right, so we need some very, light or blondish hair for old June. Looks like this is probably about as close as we're going to get. Traits, yes, June Cleaver, not really the most proactive. I mean, say what you want about equality and striking a blow for women's rights, but that wasn't really June's bit. Optimistic, though? Yeah, June had that in spades. What kind of... You know what? I really don't think there was a more well-rounded woman than June. I mean, mother, sexual goddess, dynamo in the sack, handy about the house. She was skilled with the finances as well. June really was a 5-tool guy, and I think we'll just go with well-rounded for June. Seems fine. And now we've got to go with the Cleavers. Wally, you're not even getting a fucking last name because nobody likes Wally. All right, Wally was in fact male. What color should we make Wally's shirt? Wally usually wore like a gray... Actually, Wally usually wore a sport coat, which was weird because he was like a junior in high school. That's it, Dad. I got to get my sport coat on so I could go to school. There's a person who took his education maybe a little too seriously. No, I've got to knuckle down. I'm never going to get into Oregon Falls State if I don't, if I don't wear a tie and a blazer to school. Principal simply will not have that. And so again, we're going with the straight-up whitest nuclear family of all time. I have no idea what color Wally's hair was. I mean, it was black and white show, so you gotta sort of bear with me. I'm just taking a stab at it. I'm gonna guess it was like darkish head type. Come on. Oh, like Wally was sporting a mullet, please. The only person who had a mullet in that would even came close was Lumpy. The sweet hat, bro. Nice Rambo bandana, too. That, yeah, probably seems close. What can we do about body type here? Oh, here we go. Wally does, in fact, have a fucking sport coat on. All right. Sweet. Can we get the color scheme right? It was usually gray. I mean, everything was gray. It was a black and white show, Pete. That'll do. Sure, gray shirt, gray pants. I'm sold. This looks close enough like Wally. Wally's trait. Well, Wally was athletic. Optimistic, resourceful, no, but damn, Wally was hygienic. I mean, the guy wore a fucking sport coat to school. I think we got to go with hygienic. A brain box? No. A hyper? No. A bully? Definitely not. Alert? Not really. Smarty pants? Wally didn't seem that bright. Know-it-all? Rough and tumble? Maybe a little. Was Wally well-spoken? No. All right, I think we're going to go... Let's go rough and tumble. I mean, that does kind of seem like the Wally sort of bit. And that, of course, just leaves Beaver. Oh, we can't fit it? Fine, it'll just be the Beaver then. And the Beaver. What's the dirtiest thing ever said on television? Ward, I think you were a little hard on the Beaver last night. Get used to that joke. You're going to be hearing it a lot. All right, Beaver was definitely a dude. Well, you know, I say definitely, but Beaver always struck me as kind of maybe gender fluid, so he could go, we could go either way on this one, but I think traditionally he was male, so we'll go with that route. Head type, sweet bandana, bro, but doesn't really seem like Beaver Cleaver. What's the most asinine hairstyle we can give you? Don't have a whole lot of options. That looks kind of like a toe-headed scamp. I'm down with that. That's Beaver Cleaver enough. Hair color? I don't know. I'm going to go with black because, again, it was tough to tell. Black and white show. Could have been brown. Could have been black. Could have been, you know, any number of colors. It definitely wasn't June Cleaver blonde. How come Wally and Beaver were both dark-headed, by the way? I mean, June had that luxurious golden mane bristling like fucking Rumpelstiltskin spun it himself. Ah, she was so good. And you're going to hear me talking a lot about how, you know, my massive crush on June Cleaver, and I'm not ashamed of it. You're like, Pete, that's real weird. I don't care. June Cleaver was fucking babe. She had it all. Just, yeah, I mean, we don't have to do anything fancy here. Let's, it's the Beaver, man. It doesn't really matter what we do with the Beav. Traits. Well, Beaver actually proactive. I mean, that kid was fucking into everything. Is anything else even close to maybe courageous? You know what? I'm going to go with proactive, because that does sort of seem like the Beaver Cleaver kind of thing. The kid was in everything. A know-it-all. Actually, Beaver always struck me as kind of a dumbass. He wasn't really a know-it-all. Rough and tumble? No. Was he well-spoken? No, he was an idiot. He was a little hyper. He definitely wasn't a bully. Alert? Not really. Smarty pants? Ugh, none of these fit. Where's Doofus? Beaver was a doofus. This seems good. He's not smart. He's not particularly aware of his surroundings, but he is dexterous enough to dodge out from in front of the neighbor's car when he goes foolishly chasing his ball in front of it. We'll give Beaver that much credit. All right, family name. Well, we're the Cleavers. Yeah, okay. Cleaver family. Our pet's name? Did the Cleavers even have a pet? I don't think they did. Can we get anything else? Oh, no, we can only pick our pet. We could have a fucking horse. Sure, seems appropriate. We can have a cat. We can have a goldfish. Oh, apparently all of these pets do something different. No rats will come to the shelter even when it's dirty. Requires feeding. 3 portions of food a day. So the horse eats a lot. Provides a small... Okay, so the dog just makes everybody happy. What's the cat do? Kills rats. So it's like the dog, except also useful. Alright, what do we want to name the cat then? I don't know. Ward, did you bring the cat in? I'm just going to call it the cat. There you go. Well, I mean, we should call it June's pussy, but that'll take Pete down a dark road. Do I want to play the tutorial? Yes, I do. Again, I have almost no experience with Shelter, so this is basically a blind playthrough. We'll probably be doing a couple runs, because, call me crazy, I have a feeling like the Cleavers maybe ain't long for the world. Things have taken a little turn for the worse here in Oregon Falls, or whatever the shit the name of the town that the Cleavers lived in. Alright, so this is our bomb shelter. Ward, strategist that he is, saw the forthcoming apocalypse and wisely prepared a backyard fallout shelter for his family. And man, Oregon Falls has really seen better days. Alright, so take a look around the shelter. We can do this by moving the screen, zooming in and out. Okay, good, we got this. Alright. Alright, that's done. Okay, can I literally do anything else here? Oh, we can, alright. Add fuel to the generator to restore power. Ward, that seems like a job for you, buddy, so add fuel. Don't worry, guys, Ward is on this. He will calmly and cautiously add fuel to the generator. He appears to be doing that. The generator must be kept running to power vital life support systems. Vital life support systems such as what? Commands will be conformed by the currently selected family member. Alright, select June Cleaver for this task. Done. So June has got to... Oh, yes, let's have June go fix the generator. Not Ward. No, that's fine. Honey, could you go do a little manual labor, maybe grab the hammer and fucking fix the Jenny? So the repair icon will appear over any icon. Okay, well, I mean, that seems logical. There you go, June Cleaver. I'm telling you, the woman is a domestic goddess. Not only can she make you a fantastic pie, never ever let you forget you're a man because she's a woman, but by God, she'll make that pie and fix a generator at the same time. June Cleaver is, she's what every man has always wanted and always needed. All right, so Ward was, okay, so that's it. That's literally the extent of the tutorial, huh? Wow. All right, well, I feel thoroughly initiated into the world of Sheltered. How about you guys? Our goal is to survive as long as possible. Explore, expand, maintain a shelter, and keep the family healthy to achieve this. If you run into Wally, or if Wally runs into fucking Eddie Haskell or Lumpy, do yourself a favor, kill and eat them, especially Lumpy, because, let's face it, that guy's gonna make a meal or two. He's gonna make a hearty supper. All right, so what can we do? What's this thing? All right, we got a small crate, we got a medicine cabinet. We can take bandages, take anti-rads. It's the cat. We have a radio well, we have a journal. Let's go view the journal. Day 1, made it, barely. We're alone but strong. The current head count is Ward, Cleaver, June, Cleaver, Wally, the beaver, and our pet cat, the cat. We have a new home. The air is a little stellar and the floor is smeared with dirt, but having a sturdy concrete walls and heavy doors is just what we need right now. Not sure how much more of this world the family could handle. We currently have no active quests. All right, what is this thing? Workbench. Rearrange craft item upgrade. Can we upgrade something? You can increase your shelter's efficiency by upgrading your oxygen filter, generator, and water filter. Shelter's doors can also be upgraded to help against shelter breaches. Okay. So can we do this? No, we need hinges and rope to upgrade our workbench. Okay, so we can't upgrade the workbench at all. All right, well, I mean, that's, I suppose, reasonable. Can we make anything? Building and upgrading. We can make some stuff. So we could make a first aid kit. We could make a small water butt. I keep my water in my butt. A bucket toilet. Well, I mean, call me crazy, but it does seem like maybe we could use a bucket to shit in. Probably a sleeping bag wouldn't be this useful. What is this thing? A ladder. No. Can we make a shelter room? A large... Oh, well, let's do this. I'm gonna build... Well, shit, yeah, this is the Ward Cleaver style right here, baby. Can have them... Okay. Just assign your shelter member a job. Jobs appear next to the selected member's portrait, and you can have a maximum of 2 jobs in a queue. Jobs include actions such as fixing, repairing, crafting, eating, drinking, showering, and sleeping. You can cancel a job by pressing C or clicking on the X on the job tab. Alright, so we're gonna have Ward Cleaver go do that. June, I guess we'll have you... I don't know, maybe build something? I mean, we gotta have a bucket to shit in. Oh, we actually have to pick a place to put our bucket to shit in, too, don't we? Well, I mean, where better to put the shit bucket than right next to the water container, huh? All right, June, why don't you go do that? We haven't left the shelter in a few days. What else can we do? Set up expedition. Intercom. What does this do? Nothing. So we have hazmat suits. Okay. Journal. A shelter member is tired and needs to sleep. Tiredness prevents them from taking part in the activity. Gain experience will let you know if they're tired. You can craft an object of defense to satisfy this need. Who is tired? Ward Cleaver is very tired. Yeah, well, oh no, your shelter member seems a little stressed. This occurs when their basic needs such as hunger and thirst are not satisfied. So who is stressed, and where do we see this meter? It must be Ward? Ward is tired. All right, so Wally, come down here, and I guess we'll have you... You gonna craft a bed? Can we make a sleeping bag? We can't. All right, somebody make a sleeping bag so that Dad can go to sleep. We're gonna have to put it right here in the middle of the floor. Boy, he's gonna get a great night's rest right there, isn't he? So what should we have the beaver do? I mean, can beaver go outside and adventure? Oh, what's this? Upgrade, fix, disable. Oh, our water filter is slowly degrading. Can we fix that camper van? Check vehicle. Well, let's do... Okay, so we should probably... This is a radioactive way... You know what? Yeah, let's send the beav out. Hey, beav, put on a hazmat suit and go get into trouble. This is exactly the kind of shenanigans that you know the beaver would get up to, by the way. Hey, Ward, do you want to maybe go take a nap here, buddy? Go sleep. Stop beating on a hole in the ground and go sleep. No? Just gonna stand there. All right. Oh, oh, the beaver looks adorable in his little hazmat suit. All right, let's go check the vehicle. We don't have to actually go outside for that. A sturdy set of wheels. The RV offers a huge storage capacity for the wasteland expeditions and requires less water than traveling by foot. The RV uses petrol and cannot be taken on expeditions without any. Once you have found all the parts to the RV, you can choose to use it in any expedition screen setup. Oh, well, it's all fucking busted. Clearly, Walter and Jesse have not... fine.
Jesse, it's time to cook. We didn't leave anything in the van.
There's a moose outside. Somebody go shoot that thing. Dinner's walking by, guys. Man, Ward is just fucking down here working like a slave. Look at him. Good God, Ward, he's breaking his back. This is what happened when you were in the 50s style nuclear family, though. You were stuck doing this. Ward is slaving all day to keep his family safe and secure and healthy. So Ward got 10 EXP. I guess that's nice. All right, Ward is going to go to sleep now. So let's make sure everybody's needs are being satisfied. So you're thirsty, a little hungry, a little tired. You need to poop a little bit. You're dirty. Ward is sleeping, so his tiredness is... All right, well, let's have June make a shower. Can we do that? Yes, we can. All right, so build a shower. Let's put the shower downstairs in the new room, I guess. As much as I want to watch Ward Cleaver shower, I'm fairly certain we should not let Wally and the Beeve watch their mother shower. I mean, you know Wally was watching anyway. He was peeping and creeping. Wally, he's not above that. He's like, oh, Mom's an attractive dame. I'll have to check that out. Okay, Ward is still sleeping. We should probably make another sleeping bag so maybe more than one person can sleep at a time. So what else? Man, hold on. Let's scan frequencies. There you go, Wally. Get your ham radio license. That's what you need to do. Wally seems like the kind of guy who would have been really into ham radio. Looks like we have the parts to upgrade a system. What system is that we should be upgrading? We can drink water. Can we upgrade this? We can. So we can upgrade our generator. Increases the amount of fuel that can be held in a generator. Increases the durability of the generator, decreasing the speed by which it breaks down. Increases the fuel use efficiency by 10%, decreasing the rate at which fuel burns, but we need wiring to do that, and we don't have enough. Amount of fuel that can be held by that. Why would putting more fuel in a generator be really useful? I don't really see how that's useful. Okay, so we have a ton of potential generator upgrades. Is there anything else we could upgrade? Can we upgrade this? Oh, here we go. Increases the rate at which water filters out the contaminated water by 25%. All we need is wool and pipe to do that, which we have. We could increase its durability with metal and pipe, or we can increase its efficiency. Let's do... the water upgrade seems really important because it looks like people get thirsty relatively quickly. Let's do... all of this stuff takes pipe. Let's actually have... Oh, the Beaver, you're probably not supposed to go outside without... hold on a second. Hey, Beef, buddy. Oh, Beef, come back. Stop. Oh, not you, Ward. Beaver, get Wally. I'm trying to make him not go outside. Beaver, you idiot, come back inside. You don't have your hazmat suit on. Oh, golly gee, Mom, I didn't think a few radiation hits would hurt me all that bad. Everything's gonna be fine. Ward, go back to sleep. He had to get up to save his idiot son from killing himself. Beaver, get a goddamn hazmat suit on, you retard. This is why Beaver was always in trouble, I'm telling you. There's a reason June Cleaver is also sleepy. Alright, you know what, June? Let's have, Here, Wally, why don't you come up here? We're gonna need another sleeping bag. So just build one. We'll put it down next to the shower. Is that job queued? That job is queued. Because Wally's still busy futzing with the radio. Hey, Beef! What do you say you get a hazmat suit on there, buddy? It's gonna be an adorable tragedy here when I send you outside without a hazmat suit. Why don't you go upgrade the water purifier? Because this is a job I would trust the Beaver to do. This is the big part of the episode where Beaver immediately then... It's day 2 and June Cleaver is still exhausted. This is the part of the episode where they send Beaver out to do the routine task, and he's like, oh, well, golly gee, guys, I really kind of screwed it up. He comes back, and he's broken the water dispenser by pissing in it, because Wally told him it would be funny. Wally's like, oh, don't pee in it, Beav. That'll be... He's like, oh, I'm gonna pee in it. Then Eddie Haskell comes over and takes a drink of the pee water, and there's a big spit take. It's a whole thing. Hey, June, you wanna... Where did the cat go? Well, that's how the cat gets up and downstairs. It goes through the vent. Alright, are you done up here yet, Wally? You're the only one who's not fucking exhausted. Beaver's out there beating on the water purifier with a hammer. Call me crazy, Beeve, but that doesn't really seem like your best possible course of action. All right, Ward, let's have you get up. You're done sleeping. June, you sexy mama. You have earned a little rest. Ward, let's get you down here. And can we have... Scanning the radio frequencies did not yield any information. Nice work, Wally. Good job, buddy. So what else can we do here? What does set up expedition do? Assemble your party. Going on expeditions allows your shelter members to search the wasteland for items and resources and recruit other wasteland survivors. Oh, so we can go find Lumpy and Eddie Haskell. I'd say I was gonna eat Eddie Haskell, but honestly, as skinny as he was, I think he'd be kind of stringy and awful. I really want the juice of Lumpy. Lumpy's gonna be... He's going to have the more marbled flesh, and if you give him a good pan-sear, it's really going to seal in the juices. So do we send Ward on an expedition? You know what? Yeah, let's do that. He feels okay. He's not doing anything. He's not really that hungry or thirsty. Kind of needs to take a dump, but you know what? Ward, hold it. Next person, I think, is going to be nobody. Plan your route. You can plot exactly where your party will travel to by adding waypoints on the map. Expeditions cost water. The longer the expedition, the more water is required. Well, it was raining, and Beaver's working on the old water purifier, so I'm sure he's probably fine. So here's a church. We got a small farm and a school. Well, we should definitely check out this farm and the school because they're right next to each other. Let's do... All right, Ward. You know what? Let's just send Ward to do one thing. Go check out the small farm, Ward, then come back. Choose your equipment. Preparation is the key to a successful expedition. You may want to take items to trade and equip other items such as weapons for times where your physical welfare is under threat. Remember to equip gas masks to each party member, otherwise they may become quite ill out in the wasteland. And good advice, so let's do this then. No, I don't want to take... How do I take one? Oh, here we go, equip. So we will give Ward a gas mask and... I mean, what else should we give him? A battery, a rubber... Here in the U.S., we call those erasers, by the way. A bucket? No, I mean, we're probably going to need that bucket to shit in. We got some light bulbs, some valves, nails, a bunch of wood. Is there any... We got water and food. Actually, we need to find water and food. You know what, Ward? You're a brave, resourceful fellow. There you go. Yeah, go check out that small farm. It's off to work for Ward Cleaver. Don't worry, June. I'll be back, my love. June's like, don't worry, I'm fucking sleeping. I don't give a shit what you're doing, Ward. Wally, you're just now getting around to fucking building that sleeping bag? What the hell is wrong with you, man? Your brother has already completely upgraded the water purifier, I'd like to point out. The Beeve is already pulling his weight. What are you doing? Actually, the Beeve needs to take a little bit of a nap here. Will Beaver automatically put his suit back? He will not. Well, return the suit, Beeve. And then you gotta sleep. Wally is also tired. All right, Wally, why don't you crawl in, get a little shut-eye. Hey, say what you want, Beaver. Wally built that thing. He deserves to. Someone's trying to get in touch through the radio transmitter. An icon is shown above the... Okay, so... I guess we'll leave Beaver up to fucking man the radio. Golly gee, Dad, I don't know where you're at. Searching locations is the best way to acquire items and resources. There will differ in variety and amounts depending on the type of location search. You may also encounter other wasteland survivors in locations, so always be prepared. Hello, this is Ward Cleaver. I found a small farm out in the wasteland. Should I check it out? Yes, that's why we sent you. I don't know, Dad. Golly gee, seems like there could be a lot of danger out on a farm. You might get kicked by a horse or gored by a bull. Shut up, son. All those animals are dead and you know it. Alright, so while Ward checks out the farm, I think this may be where we wrap things up for our first episode here. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot, especially on a new series like Sheltered. And if you'd like to see more adventures of the original nuclear family here, find out whether or not Wally gets a date to the prom and whether or not Beaver does in fact manage to get that decoder ring he ordered oh so long ago, might consider subscribing as well. Gonna post new episodes of Sheltered every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right now, the Beaver is starving. We'll try and solve that problem next time. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.